Okay, I think I'm back on. Okay, hi, this is Christy from my Artful Adventures. That kind of threw me. My software said that it quit streaming, so I don't know. Hopefully, I am back in here. There we go. Okay, I think we're good to go. I don't know what happened. So, we are working again in our little uh, tall, skinny envelope journal today. And we've been working on this. I have been only working on this project here on YouTube on Wednesday mornings about this time. And so today we're just going to do an easy part of it. If you are new here, I'd love to have you stop in and say hello in the chat. That would be great. Oops, I just lost everything there. Okay. And let me see. What have I done here? Okay, there. Wasn't sure I could see the chat anymore. Okay, so this is what we've been doing. So, since it's tall and skinny and we've used envelopes in it, we've talked a little bit about the things that, we have been making all along, the pockets and the flips and fold outs, and, adding some additional writing space. Those are just a few envelopes here. Let's see, 6 envelopes, business size envelopes. And so, this is kind of a fun thing. This is actually the first tall, skinny one that I've made. So when you've got these tall, long pieces, then, you have a chance to make much longer, taller things to go in it, right? And so we've just been working on these. Oh, I see it didn't work. I didn't ink any on those. I'll do that. But we're going to make some waterfall pockets today. Hey, Carol, how are you? Hi, Jean. Oh, first time on my YouTube channel. Well, welcome. So we're just doing this project here on Wednesdays. So thanks for popping over. And so today we're going to do the waterfall pockets. And I think that it would be fun. Well, and then my husband always uses these index cards. And I thought, well, that would be fun to, use the pockets and use these to go in it. And then I looked and I'm like, oh, they don't go with the rest. They're so dingy looking. I don't know. Every once in a while we'll pick up things at estate sales or whatever, and so they look a little bit, they are not brand new, right? So that might have been where these came from. But it will give me a size that I know, will fit for that. And who knows, maybe I'll just use my own white cardstock and make some little 3x5 cards. But the reason I liked them is because I've already got blue lines on them, right? Maybe I'll dig around some more and see if there are some other ones that we've got that are newer, and that'll solve that issue, right? So these 2 papers are a nice weight. They've come out of a Happy Planner. You can tell from their little disc bound places where the rings can go. This is a really nice weight paper. I really like it. It's nice to write on. And, and it's heavy enough that we could make pockets out of that. This, however, was something that I had decided would go along in the booklet over here, right? And, but to make pockets, it's super thin. I mean, just too thin to do that. So I've pulled some pages out, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue them together real quick. Although, there's no sense in gluing more than I need. So let's go ahead and cut them to size before we do anything else with them. I bet I can just cut all this. This might only be enough to make 2 nice pockets. Who knows? So let me grab my ruler here. So we are, and I think I'll make it could go a little bit farther out than this, but this was 3 3/4. And, even if I'm going to use the cards here, I'd still have to cut them off. But, they could pop out. If I only make it as far as the background here, that I've used that lined paper already, I could just go ahead and make it the whole distance, and it would peek out from the edge of the card or the pocket. So I kind of like that. So let's keep it the same size. And then if we don't go all the way to the edge, it actually gives it a little bit more, you know, room as we fold it. So let's just go ahead and keep it at that 3 3/4 inch. And I'm just going to stack these up. Try to, you know what? Let me grab a clip so they don't just move around on me. If I get them stacked up and I can cut them all together, because they're not very thick like that. There, I like it. Well, I can't do that. I have to put them like this. Okay, so 3 3/4. We'll just get those lined up and cut them. I tell you, that's not very big, but it will serve the purpose. It just lacks a little bit to be able to do both sides of that. And then actually we can bend it up here so it's not going to matter that it's got that rounded corner. So now what we need to do is we need to make sure that it's going to be big enough for the pocket. And so once we bend it over, and we want it to be a little bit, you know, bigger so that it's got enough room, I think. Nothing is worse than trying to get things in and it's just too tight, right? Who else feels that way? Don't you just, I do not like it when it's too tight. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it here for now. I may trim a little bit more off in a minute, but I think I'm going to cut it right here. And I hope that was where it needed to be cut. Oh my goodness. We'll get it done. Hi Karen, how are you doing? So this is just going to give us two pockets here. So I'm going to glue these together. Two pages of this composition book paper seems to be kind of a nice weight, by the way. You know, it's not too, it doesn't feel too thin that way. I was surprised, you know, by just using 2 sheets together, the difference that it really felt. So I'm just going to glue those and just kind of give it a good press, because this is going to be on the outside, so it won't matter. I don't even know what that meant. I don't know what's going to be on the outside. What did that even mean? Oh my goodness. Uh-oh, whoops. Oh my goodness here. I gotta pay attention what I'm doing. You guys, I'm just gonna do this today. We're just gonna make these pockets in here today, and then that's gonna be it, because I've got an event coming up that I'm hosting today. We are going to be, ooh, what got under there? I don't even know what that is. Something crunchy. I got 1 extra sheet. Okay, so let's try this. So what we want to do, let me see if we've got enough here. I hope I can just glue it on 2 sides if we fold it from the bottom. But let's go ahead and make sure that we've got enough room for our card. Oh, I didn't quite do these long enough, you guys. I'm not going to have much room for my fold up here once I put my glue in. I might have to cut the card out there. Okay, if I'm really careful and don't put a lot of glue, I think that's going to work. Okay, so let's go ahead, and I'm just going to put it on 2 sides here. And I don't want a lot because I don't want it to take up too much space. So just my 2 sides, like that. You know, I kind of like having the card to be able to wrap it around and make sure that it's going to go in there. Yeah, I would rather have had a tiny bit more space up here at my glue tab area. But I think it's going to work. We're going to try it. We're going to give it a whirl. So we're going to go on there. And it doesn't really... Oh, let's see. Oh, wait a second. Okay. I do this one, I can fold it back. Oh, I did this one wrong, you guys. Let me wipe this off real quick. Where's my paper towels? Ah, shoot. I'll just use a finger. I do not want that. I want to be able to... Well, shoot. Okay. Well, it's okay. I don't really care if it's got that red line on it. Not really. Well, then it's got the red line. What difference did it make? None. I would rather have this side. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, well, I want it to be like this, but now we've got this. This is the side with the pocket, so now it's going to have to... I did that totally wrong. I did that wrong. I wonder if I could slide... Okay, moving on. Moving on. We might only get one pocket out of that for now. Okay, because I want this to fold over there. Oh my goodness. Why is it sometimes the easiest thing we do and we just mess it up right in front of everybody? Well, you might not. I do it regularly. Learn from my mistakes, right, you guys? Oh my goodness. How crazy is that? So now we're just going to fold this little edge over like this so it can be a glue tab. Me oh my. We'll get it. And then we're going to put it up here. And before I do that, I'm going to put a little thumb notch in it over here. Right here. Just like that. And let's see, shall we give a little ink to it? Why not, right? We've got so much other inking going on. Let's just do it. And maybe we'll only ink the side. Yeah, let's only ink the side. Okay. And we'll put that down, and then we'll just put this down here and match it up. That. And now when we put our card in, those little pointy things are hard to get it in. And this needs a little bit more glue right here to seal those two pieces along their edge. So that just depends on where you got your glue to start with, but the two layers need to be sealed good at these edges so they don't poke up like that. And then we can get our card in and out a lot easier. Supposedly. There we go. Okay, and so then we would cut that down. So it needs to be cut right about here. So we'll just use that for a guide. You know, sometimes tools are things on your hands, right? Oh, well, it's not so bad this way. Look, but I do like the lines. Since we've got the lines in the paper, I really would like the lines, but I really want to get some other paper. Now, I might round the corners on the cards because it would be easier to get them in and out. And that's a little bit too long still. So now Now we would do, and look here, here's another place where gluing the two pages together is kind of a pain. Okay, so we've got that one done. Let's use another one of these other papers, and we'll have an easier time doing it without all of that. Let's do this one. With all that rigmarole, right? Hey Susie, how are you doing today? Welcome. We're just working some more in this tall skinny envelope journal. We're making some waterfall pockets today. Okay, so you guys, no gluing is necessary in this one. Now I'm going to go back and I'll make some others, and then I'll show you how this one goes on here. I'm going to go ahead and cut this piece too. This is pretty with this little flower on the edge, and it's kind of a blue tone, so that was perfect. I'm like, oh, that'll work just perfect. Okay, so this time we are going to, where's our card? So we'll take our card and make sure we've got enough space. Maybe we'll just do it like this and then cut it off. How about that? Want to make sure we've got plenty of room though in it. That is more than enough. Still way too much. I like this amount. That should be easy to get in and out. And now this time, now that we have got our got this folded now, I can cut this, and I've got a better amount that I can have for my tab, for my glue tab, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and glue this on the two sides. So we're gonna have it like this. So I need to glue this edge and the top. So yeah, this will be so much easier without messing around with the two layers, you guys. And then we want our glue tab, we want this part to be on the back, so that then as we fold this over, then it's not going to show. And you could score it if you wanted to. You could score it and give it a really nice line there. Okay, and where's a punch? So it's like this. So there's our opening, and this is the side we're going to punch just a tiny bit. And give it a little bit of ink. I didn't even do the one I was thinking I was doing. Oh my word, you guys. What's new, right? Okay. Okay, so if we were going to put this one there, then you just line this up and put it right next to the other one, like that. So, you know, so I could put this there, and then the next one could be, whatever. Oh my goodness. All right, I like this distance here, but you know what? That is not going to work out right, because once I fold it up, well, you know what? That's kind of a surprise. Ooh, I like that idea. It will be kind of a surprise element on the other side. Let's do that. I like that idea. So I'm just going to kind of matchy-match him here. I should have measured it, you guys. But there we go. Okay, so we've got that, and I will cut a little tab off for the glue tab. and then it's going to go like this. So this is the side we punch. Oh, you know what? If you punch it like this before you glue it, that's kind of more helpful to remember which side you're gluing, right? So we're gluing along here, which will be the other side. You don't want to get too much. And then the top. Like that. Mama Juju Crafton on the back 40. Hey, y'all. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. So now we put this one here and line it up. It's way wider, but look what happens as you fold that one up and you fold this one up, then you've got this pretty little surprise right here. So that's kind of fun. So I'm just gonna glue that down. So you see how waterfalls work? So this one goes here like this, and then you fold it up. We'll just go ahead and do these three just like they are. You know, because once you're calling something a junk journal, you know, that's really what you got going on, right? You can put anything in. Anything goes in a junk journal. Now I do think I want to edge a little on this side too. Now this needed to be trimmed off. I'll go back in there and add a little bit of glue to get that stuck down better. And you can, you know, ink the whole side if you want. Maybe I will. I think that'll make it kind of look a little bit nicer, especially since there's such a variation in this one white color here and the other one. So I think that'll be kind of nice. So I'll just put that on there. And then you just keep going as far as you want. And you guys, this notebook paper or this composition paper, that is not the best feeling paper, even with 2 layers of it. I mean, it will be okay. And once we get, you know, a card in here, you know, it'll be fine. But it's kind of an aggravation. The 2 layers, and then having to make sure it's, you know, easy to get in and out here. That's kind of a pain. Whereas this one, just having the 1 layer, I mean, it's so thin anyway, but that's a lot easier to get something in and out of just having 1 section. And so then we'll do this one. I'm going to go ahead and try and trim this off where it's sticking out a little bit past where I glued it. There we go. We'll just go ahead and glue this one down here too, you guys. Oh, let me ink it a little first. All the inking all over. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me a little while today. I don't think we're gonna, we'll probably, oh, I don't know. There's really not that much more to do in this little journal. We might be calling it done. I might go ahead and do a little bit more decorating. Would you like to see as I, you know, put some finishing touches on? Should we do that next time and then call it done? What do you think, you guys? Because basically we've just been putting all of our kind of our foundation pieces on, so to speak. Adding pockets and all the goodies, and I think I'm just about done with that. So now this one we just tuck right up next to the little tab line there. And so you just keep building them like that. Now that one is a little bit, I don't really like that where it is. I don't know if my pockets are not the same size, but I'd rather have the same amount sticking out under them. Let's see. Pull it down a little bit. Except I don't like that. I'd rather have them uneven and just tucked up one after the other up here where they end. So, whew, okay. So there we go. And then you can decorate your pockets. You could still write on them. You could, you'd still have them for whatever you'd like to do with them. And then you can just keep putting them on as far down here as you want. So, this one, yeah, and I don't know why that one is so much, because we used it the same. Let me see. Let me measure real quick. Is that pocket a real different size? Oh my goodness. There we go. So this one is... And still, I can turn a ruler a lot of ways. So that's basically 3.5 inches. This is probably a 1/16 of an inch difference. Can you believe how much just that much would make? Isn't that crazy? Of the pocket itself, not including the tab. It always amazes me when, just that little bit of an amount can make such a difference with what you're doing, right? Okay, I think that we are just gonna call that done for today. And I hope that, that gives you an idea of a way that you can add some other things to your journals. If you haven't, we've seen waterfalls. We don't always see pocket waterfalls. I'm kind of sad that this one is sitting on the top. I'm not real thrilled with that. I might put something else on the top of it just to give it a little bit more stability, right? I don't know. You're going to try to make a waterfall page. You can do it. I tell you, they're great. They're a lot of fun. But here's what I've learned from today. Because I've never used paper this thin. I would make sure that you've got, a decent weight of paper, right? Because this is a lot better to deal with, even than gluing two pieces together. So pick a nice weight of paper out, and you'll be fine. And so let me know if you make one, you guys. And thanks for being here today. And I will see you next week. Now, next week, hang on just a second. Let me see. Next week, I might have to... I might be a little bit later than this time. I have a dentist appointment scheduled, and I don't know if I can get back that soon. Or I might just record it ahead of time and have it air right at this time. So either way, I'll be back. See you next Wednesday. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for being here. You're welcome.